It is November 22nd, 2020. The Alliance had the major control of the bases. Knight at Bank, Invicta at Battlefort, Vance at Blackwood, and last but not least, Canucks at Mohawk. The conflict began at the heart of OlWest at Bank. Despite the fact that Knight was the weakest gang among the Alliance, the warlords had to send numbers to numerous small raids made by mainly pistol arrows. Nevertheless, the war of the Bank continued until it became a serious matter. Despite the pistolers being outnumbered by us, they did not give up and kept raiding on every time zone, and it will only be a matter of time to take and keep Bank for the upcoming weeks. The next day, after all the drama, Ice took over the leadership of Knight in order to reorganize the gang and retake the control of the Bank, but the efforts he added were not enough to beat the increasing gang. Seeing that pistolers found the Alliance's weakest point, they gathered up even more, and gradually the gang was filling up with players who were either banned or disliked the Alliance. Although not a decisive victory, Psycho saw the opportunity to be finally free and get rid of Alliance. They formed a collectively so-called the Anti-Alliance, joined by Pistoleros, Everlasting, Death, and Passive. November 24th, according to their plan, Everlasting moved up north at Battlefort to face Invicta in a single war. Their plan did not work as Everlasting was put back to Bank once again. However, later that day, Everlasting now moved south at Mohawk, where they met Canucks, and with light resistance they managed to take the base and give the Alliance little choice but to peace. While doing so, Alliance also had to deal with a perpetual problem that always bothered us: relatives and allies turning against us. It should be noted that the Anti-Alliance and even rival Alliance members tried to manipulate Ayat. Yet, the next day, Prancer proposed a fair deal to Invicta, asking them to leave the war and remain neutral till the war was over, and in return, they will keep Battlefort and do the ours. However, Invicta refused, claiming that they would rather lose as a whole than join the enemy side. So, later that day, Battlefort and Blackwood were also taken by the Anti-Alliance, giving a negative effect and morale to the members. So far, it all seemed lost for the Alliance, and only a miracle will save the day. On November 25th, the Alliance came back established at Blackwood, securing Blackwood and then marching at every base with over 100 members being online at the same time on different gangs. Ayat led the main force, which the goal was retaking Bank and securing it. Zealous had to recover Battlefort, while Cavett and his loyals had to operate at Mohawk against Everlasting and Psychos. And lastly, I was given the command to lead a small force of 10 people at train station to prevent and take Psychos' attention. So Ayat had over 40 members at Bank, Zealous 10 at Battlefort, Cavett 30 at Mohawk, and then I had 10 at train station. And lastly, Jackie, who was set to defend Blackwood with another 10 members. Although the losses were avenged and that day was a victory for the Alliance, it wouldn't last for long. So in the next day, due to the fact that most of us have jobs, we were completely scattered. Whether we had the best accounts or not, they still had the activity on their hands, something that we lacked for months. After the Alliance was gone, the anti-Alliance coalition had been disbanded and every gang now minded its own business, and now finally peace had risen up to the server, with minimum irrelevant wars and raids happening daily. At this point, Prancer now had created his own empire, owning most of the bases and creating a rivalry with Psycho. Although there was a rivalry, the war between them wouldn't happen as they were allies in the past. However, the peace did not last for too long till after 6 months, where the Alliance warlords will show up and the course of the OlWest history will change yet again. Thanks for watching, hope you enjoyed and received extra education from this video. I will see you until next one, but until then, goodbye.